So I was thinking something that probably has an answer that's quite straightforward, but I really don't understand what the answer might be. And it's something that confuses me. And what I'm wondering is where people came from. Where did humanity come from? How can we be here on Earth? Because it seems to me there's something of a problem in how we could exist. Because everyone that's alive needs to have had parents. And that really can't be fixed, I would say. So the first human being must have had parents who surely must have been parents themselves. So where did the parents come from? And you can see how this can go on indefinitely. There doesn't seem to be an endpoint to wondering where humanity came from. There always seems to be the question of where the parents came from. And then where did the parents come from? And so I don't know when that stops. So I'm imagining that there was some empty place in the universe, and we have to wonder where the universe came from, but that's a separate question. So you have this empty space, and then somehow the Earth appears, and somehow oxygen is there and gravity is there, and then the sun is there, obviously, and obviously gravity appears somehow, and the Earth is travelling around this sun. And then somehow on the Earth, after atoms get together, and molecules and whatever, and start to produce life. Now I'd imagine it's very simple amoebas and whatever at first. And then after a while you get fish and frogs and whatever. And then it gets more and more complicated until eventually you start getting monkeys and apes and gorillas and all that. And then somehow that starts to mutate into human beings. So all of this doesn't make sense to me because one thing depends on another, and these things can't be in place first. So what I'm saying is, for example, if you have to have an amoeba, it needs to have oxygen first. It needs to have gravity in place first. And then to get stuff above complexity of the amoeba, like fish, whatever, the amoebas have to exist first. So how did the amoeba come into existence by itself? And then how did the water that the amoeba is in get created? And how was oxygen created? And how was the Earth created? All of these things are basically impossible. They can't possibly be in place first. And yet, obviously, they are, because we're here. And I find it so stunning and so incomprehensible. So if anyone can give me the heads up on how we can possibly be here, I'll be very grateful.